Hello and welcome to the Halloween Podcast, your source for Halloween news, ghost stories, and spooky nostalgia. I am your host, Lyle Perez.
And I'm your co-host, Megan Cunningham.
Yeah, we got a nice episode for you guys today. Something that I don't really know too much about, but it sounds kind of exciting. Megan, what do we got?
So, I want you to imagine that you're driving slowly through an old cemetery just after sunset.
Okay.
The headstones stretch away in neat rows. The leaves on the trees lining the path are still, and the air is calm. The grounds are completely silent. Not another person is anywhere in sight. And then you glance at your Tesla dashboard. 1, then 2, 3 human figures suddenly appear on the display. They flicker in and out of existence as your car creeps between the graves. Some seem to be standing beside weathered monuments. Others briefly appear directly in front of your vehicle before vanishing just as mysteriously as they arrived. In some of the strangest videos shared online, the figures even seem to move alongside the car, almost as though they're following it through the cemetery. Some stop at the doors as if peering inside. Every generation seems to create its own ghost stories, but for centuries, people whispered about haunted crossroads, phantom hitchhikers, and spirits said to wander lonely graveyards after dark. Today, however, some of our most intriguing legends no longer begin around campfires. They begin online. Of course they do.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't take long for the internet to do what it does best. Before long, videos of Tesla ghost hunting were attracting millions of views, with drivers deliberately visiting cemeteries to see whether their own vehicles could detect phantom pedestrians. Some viewers joked that Tesla had accidentally invented the world's first ghost detector. Others were genuinely convinced the cars were revealing spirits hidden just beyond human perception. Like so many enduring legends, the story has become larger with every retelling. What's particularly fascinating is that none of the mystery requires fabricated footage. The videos are real, the dashboard detections are real, and the phenomenon itself has been documented repeatedly. The technical breakdown of the cemetery ghost phenomenon has been examined by automotive engineers and artificial intelligence experts, and the viral videos that brought it to public attention are well-documented pieces of internet history. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, a real phenomenon. The explanation, however, may have far less to do with the paranormal than with artificial intelligence, computer vision, and the extraordinary challenge of teaching a machine to interpret the world as humans do.
Mm.
So today we are talking about the Tesla ghost hunting mode.
Yes. Yeah, I don't own a Tesla, so I knew nothing about this. Zero.
Yeah, no Tesla here either.
Yeah.
So I only came across it as a lot of people probably did on the internet.
Yeah, it just, I vaguely remember hearing something about this, I think last year. But it was just something that went in one ear and out the other. It did not stick in my brain at all. And then when you brought it back up, I was like, oh yeah, huh, interesting.
That thing.
That's
That
why
was wild.
that's why I have a co-host now who can help me with these things.
So basically it was videos that went viral that started all of it. So you're forgiven for not sort of knowing about it. It wasn't on most major news stations. It started off with a user called it's Edgar, I'm assuming, but they've used a 3 instead of an E. So IM3DGAR, who posted a video actually back in January 2021.
Wow.
So this was just 1 year sort of coming at the tail end of COVID. I guess people were starting to get bored. It was safest to hang out in your car, I guess. But this TikTok user, IM3DGAR, Edgar Orsini, posted a video driving a Tesla through the West Side Cemetery District in Taft, California. The dashboard display showed human figures repeatedly appearing and disappearing, while the surrounding cemetery appeared completely empty. The video quickly amassed millions of views because we were all at home looking at our computers most of the time while we were working from home, and became the best-known example of this phenomenon, inspiring a massive multi-year trend of Tesla owners taking their vehicles through cemeteries to see whether they could reproduce the same results.
Yeah.
So the historical baseline is that 2021 video from Taft, California, from Edgar Orsinia. And it remains the event most closely associated with this phenomenon's rise to prominence. It was called the Tesla Graveyard Experiment, but it evolved over the following years into a widespread online trend. So there became a whole trend of bringing the Tesla Cybertrucks through cemeteries during 2025 and 26. So we're getting more recent now. And they hadn't fixed whatever that glitch is because people are still taking their Tesla Cybertrucks into historic and abandoned cemeteries to research this phenomenon. And because the Cybertruck also relies on Tesla's camera-based Tesla Vision system, some videos show the dashboards displaying numerous phantom figures appearing in front of, beside, and behind the vehicle, creating some of the most visually striking examples shared online. By late 2025, some drivers documented additional examples of false classifications. In certain videos, the Tesla display briefly identified cyclists or moving animals where no such objects were visibly present, illustrating how the neural network could occasionally misinterpret unfamiliar visual patterns in general. And in several widely shared videos, this is the part that would totally get me if I was sitting in the car at the time. The phantom figures actually appear to move alongside the vehicle as it passes through the cemetery. And online commentators jokingly and sometimes seriously describes the effect as the ghosts chasing or following the car, adding another layer to the growing internet legend. Like, in my head, I realize that it's probably a technical glitch, but there would be part of you, and I don't care who you are, it would be weird to be in a cemetery, particularly if you were the only car there or it was at night or something, to have a human figure show up on your screen and have it stopped right at your window. Like there would be a moment of pause before you looked out the window, I think.
Yeah.
It's like from The Sixth Sense where they have the accident and the bicycle cyclist who's just died up ahead is standing by the mother's window and only the little boy can see her.
Oh man.
That's what I'm thinking. So
that would be all that would be needed for it to be like, yep, that's real. That is 100% real.
Yes, Lyle wants a full 3D color version.
Yes, I would
the
love
little
that.
person on the screen would give me a moment of, do I really want to look out that window or should we just keep driving?
Yeah. Next thing we need is for it to be identified. Like when you're playing video games, how it has your name up top. That's how it should be.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It just has the name of the deceased person up top. And be like, oh, there we go.
Oh my goodness. You could match it to the tombstones. Can you imagine?
That would be great. But I don't think
the worst would be if it suddenly showed it in your car.
Oh boy.
Standing over on top of your car. Then you'd be like, oh, don't look in the rearview mirror. Whatever you do, don't look in the rearview mirror.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
I don't know. I used to enjoy cemeteries as a kid because they were quiet and I could go read and they were sort of peaceful that way. But I also remember my mom used to bring us, my mom's a real trickster and she loves to play jokes on her friends and family. So one of the things she used to do was on Halloween night when we were little, she would take ourselves and the neighbor kid and whoever else she'd been driving to different neighborhoods to trick or treat because we lived in an area that was fairly spread out.
Yeah. So
she would take us and she'd everyone close your eyes, I have a surprise. So you're thinking, oh great, she's got king size candy bars or something like that. She'd go, okay, now everyone get out of the car, don't open your eyes. And we'd all open our eyes and we'd be standing in a cemetery in the dark. She wouldn't pull far, she'd just pull a teeny ways away. But you'd open your eyes and you'd be in a cemetery in the middle of the dark on Halloween night and we'd all go, wah, and run after the car.
That sounds great.
Funny. So I can get definitely why they're a place of unease for a lot of people. But I feel like seeing people walking around where there are none would make even someone like yourself just take a little beat Just take a beat to
Yeah,
consider.
it's something unusual. It's not something that happens all the time.
Yeah,
Like we
exactly.
rely
And
on
these
these
cars are
things.
supposed to be so smart and so, able to help us
Yeah.
more safely navigate the world.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's technology, but technology, there's always some type of a glitch with technology
Yeah.
until the glitches get figured out, and then it's removed. That's why they always tell everyone that when the new iPhone comes out, don't get it yet. Just wait a couple weeks, wait a couple months for them to get all of the bugs out, and then you go and get it. So
Yes, exactly.
that's what they do. So with Teslas, you just got to wait for them to get the bugs out. But I don't know. This seems like a pretty cool bug. Like I don't know if I want it to go away.
It is pretty neat, isn't it? Although it would make you, if you're someone who's kind of a nervous driver anyway, like we have a lot of wildlife up here.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm driving at night, like the main thing in my head is watch for deer, because they will seriously mess your car up and very possibly cause you some harm. So you're constantly watching on the peripheries. And if I suddenly saw a human that wasn't there, if you're already kind of heightenedly alert, you'd be like, oh my goodness. Yeah, it wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't be pleasant.
Suicidal deer. I hate them.
Oh my goodness.
They don't know what to do.
Realize they're fast. Like they'll be there one minute and you're going, look how pretty. And the next minute they're jumping off your dashboard.
Wow.
But yeah, it's wild. Absolutely wild.
I remember one time I was coming home from play practice and it was like 9:00 at night, 9:30. And we pull up to the front of my house and there's a deer in our driveway, or not in our driveway, but in our front yard. And it's just there, just eating away at one of the trees that's there. And I'm like, hey, Callie, look, there's a deer. So I turn on the high beams, and there's a deer just sitting there doing nothing. She's like, what are we supposed to do? I was like, nothing. We're not going to get out because that thing's going to freak out and we don't know which direction it's going to go. So
he's not going to hurt you.
I gave it a little honk, and the deer, like, you know how the deer gets up all startled, and then it looks at us. It tries to take off, but it runs right into our fence. It runs right into the fence.
Fail.
And then it tries to do it again. And it tries to do it again and again and again until finally it says, I can't get through here. It turns around and it takes off to the neighbor's house.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, he panicked.
It didn't do any damage to the fence because that fence is like in concrete. It's like a metal rod fence. So it didn't really do any damage, but it sure did try to escape. And I was like, please don't go that way. Because my wife, she parks down right next to that. But it's kind of like on a little hill.
That'd do some damage to the car if it jumped on it.
If that deer would have jumped, it would have landed in the back in the bed of my wife's truck.
I remember watching from our yard as a kid, a deer kind of like that, tried to jump at the fence, didn't make it the first time, jumped over the fence the second time. And we watched it go through the neighbor's yard and across a fairly busy street. And it actually jumped into the street onto the hood of someone's car and then off the other side. And I remember thinking as a kid, and it made a huge noise, like as you can imagine, on the hood of the car. So I just remember thinking, oh boy, that caused at least some scratching. That person had a bad day, but not as bad a day as some. Like I grew up with a kid who's was sitting in the passenger seat eating a Subway sandwich from Subway with her dad, and they hit a deer, and the deer came right through the windshield and into her lap, and she won't eat Subway now. She developed
traumatized
a trauma response to Subway. So it was her favorite like fast food place. Now she won't eat there because of this, and she's absolutely terrified of deer. And believe me, that whole thing ended a lot worse for the deer than it did for them. But it was obviously enough to scare the ever-loving daylights out of her as like a preteen. Wow. So I get it. Deer, they're going to mess you up.
Deer.
Respect them. Slow down.
We should do a show on evil deer.
Anyway, this is not about that. We've gone on a tangent. But like the deer, there's usually a logical explanation for things. So there's a technical reality to these Tesla videos. As compelling as these videos appear, the explanation is rooted not in the supernatural, but in the fascinating challenges of machine perception. So Tesla's computer vision system attempts to classify objects by recognizing visual patterns learned during neural network training. Human beings have distinctive characteristics like our upright posture, familiar height ranges, and recognizable silhouettes. And under certain lighting conditions, or when processing distant, low-resolution edge boundaries, rows of upright headstones, particularly tall monuments or statues, or tall floral arrangements can resemble those same characteristics closely enough that the system will briefly classify them as pedestrians. So unlike many other automakers that combine cameras with LiDAR and radar to build precise three-dimensional maps of their surroundings, Tesla's current Tesla Vision system relies primarily on optical cameras and AI. So camera-based systems are exceptionally capable, but they remain more susceptible to different optical illusions and unusual visual patterns, and certainly when estimating depth, because they don't make a 3D model of what they're looking at. But they've prioritized safety over correction. So automotive engineers and data scientists have noted that Tesla's object detection software is intentionally designed to favor false positives over false negatives. And in practical terms, the system is built to err on the side of caution. So from a safety perspective, it's obviously preferable for the software to momentarily identify a non-existent pedestrian than to accidentally overlook a real person standing in the roadway.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this system, is to keep you from accidentally hitting pedestrians. And most automotive manufacturers have chosen a different path to Tesla's camera-first philosophy. So rather than relying on primarily computer vision, they also employ sensor fusion, combining cameras with radar and LiDAR so that multiple sensors can verify what the vehicle is seeing. So just to give an example, Waymo does 3D point cloud with high-def mapping, uses laser measurements and detailed maps to build an accurate three-dimensional model of the environment. So the physical laser measurements greatly reduce any visual miscalculation about what they're looking at. In Rivian and Lucid, their highway assist feature offers sensor fusion integration. Cameras identify potential objects while radar and LiDAR verify their physical location and density. So because multiple sensors help eliminate any camera-only false detections, they don't tend to see these things. And then legacy OEMs use dual array cross-checking. So cameras monitor lanes and traffic features while radar confirms solid objects ahead. So they're also less susceptible to some of these glitches than camera-only systems. Although false detections and phantom braking can still occur under certain conditions with these models. Yeah. So if you drove a Waymo or a Rivian through the same cemetery, the dashboard would be far less likely to display phantom pedestrians. So it's not just smart cars, it's a specific thing to Tesla. And the reason comes down to how those vehicles perceive their surroundings. So the LiDAR and radar actively emit a laser light or radio waves that measure the physical shape and distance of nearby objects. And instead of relying primarily on visual appearance, the vehicle receives an accurate structural profile of a headstone or a monument or a statue, making it less likely to mistake those objects for a human.
Yeah.
Viewed through the lens of modern technology, the Tesla ghost phenomenon is a fascinating example of artificial intelligence doing exactly what it was designed to do, interpreting an imperfect visual world while erring on the side of caution. The evidence strongly suggests that these phantom figures are the result of computer vision occasionally making monuments, shadows, and other cemetery features appear as people, rather than detecting anything specifically supernatural. Sometimes the most fascinating legends aren't created by the supernatural at all. They're created by the very human tendency that we all have to find mystery in the machines that we've built ourselves.
Yeah.
But of course, if you're someone like me and you like a good ghost story, and I do believe in ghosts, I absolutely do. I don't know that I believe Teslas are seeing ghosts, but whether the explanation of the lack of LiDAR and things satisfies everyone is a totally different question entirely. Cemeteries have inspired ghost stories for centuries, and for those who already believe the dead sometimes leave traces of their presence, a technical explanation may never completely replace the mystery.
Yeah.
But perhaps that's why the legend has endured. Like, we're still talking about it in 2026, and it started in 2021.
Yeah, and it's still there. But you would think
even
that they
in an age of AI, like, we're still questioning it.
Yeah. But all it really needs is just a thermal sensor, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like thermal.
But are ghosts warm, though? Like, everybody, if you actually read sort of paranormal stuff, ghosts tend to be on the cold side. So would they show up at all?
The ghosts wouldn't, but a human definitely would.
Oh, well, that's true, I suppose. Yeah. So they would eliminate the ghosts or confirm them.
Yeah, you just have that added sensor to where
they have no pulse.
In a split second, when the computer needs to decide if it's an actual person or not, it just turns on the sensor for 1 second. If it's hot, it's good. If there's no heat, then there you go. It doesn't show it. But
or maybe it does, and you're in trouble.
Oh man! But I do have a theory though on
go on.
what this is. So
go on.
We know that Tesla is owned by Elon Musk, and from what I know of Elon Musk, he has a pretty good sense of humor. What if this is just a sense of humor thing where every time you drive through a cemetery, he puts it in the system that says every time they're driving in the cemetery, just have one or two of these things pop up when nobody's around. And there you go. And then we have this.
People have suggested that.
Yeah.
That it was deliberate on Tesla, like the part of Tesla engineers, as sort of an in-joke.
Yeah.
To sort of entertain themselves and get the car mentioned on social media and mentioned in the news to drive up sales and stuff. No, that absolutely is a theory that people have put out there. So you may be right.
Yeah.
Like that could be
he's pretty
the
smart.
Beginning and end of it.
Like that's good marketing right there, especially for all of us Halloween freaks. You just turn it on to turn the car on to haunted mode and just drive through and see all of these things. That would be cool.
Walking into your car dealer, but does it have a ghost hunting feature? I have to have a ghost hunting feature.
Yes. That is an added $50,000 cost, sir. Okay, put it in. That's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
But even in the age of AI and self-driving cars, like all of us, many of us, like we're sitting here talking about it now, remain drawn to the possibility that there are still some things that science can't fully explain.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the real story here. Not that Teslas have become ghost hunters or they haven't, but that our oldest fascination with the unknown has simply found a new piece of technology through which to tell its story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is sort of the tale is a new piece of technology, but tale as old as time. Yeah. Humans looking for life beyond death.
Yeah.
You know, some confirmation of life beyond death. I feel like Houdini and all these people from earlier centuries who promised to come back and let us know if there was an afterlife would be jumping at this kind of thing if it existed in their day. The Fox sisters definitely would have owned a Tesla.
Houdini would have been out there just debunking the Tesla day in and day out.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, good old Houdini. He was ahead of his time. When it came to debunking a lot of stuff. Like, he was on it.
No, he did. He was really good about it. But weirdly, at the end, he did promise, apparently, his wife to come back. And she did then, which probably maddened him. Like, if there is life after death, he was probably watching her going, "What are you doing?" Because I believe she made multiple attempts to try and contact him before finally giving up.
He said that if there is an afterlife, he will be able to find a way back to her. And they came up with a whole system and said, just keep doing it. And if there really is something after death, I will find a way to get here. But he never showed up with all of the seances. Mm-hmm. And I think they are still doing them to this day. They are still having a Houdini seance on Halloween. Because he died on Halloween.
Yes, yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. And he's somewhere in his like afterlife existence going, people, come on. I tried to put this to bed. Please stop having seances to try and contact me.
Yeah, and yet
I'm not coming.
And yet he's there watching. So maybe there is.
Yeah. Yeah. True. But yeah, no, it's really, really He was fascinating. But yes, I have a feeling that a lot of these people would have been very into this. And this is just another modern form of all that. Like all of us looking for proof of life after death.
Yeah.
And for those of us who believe, that's great. But there are a lot of people who want some kind of scientific proof. So I think some people saw this at first and were like, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is the scientific proof that there are. But maybe not this time. Maybe not this time.
Explanation. There is always one.
The videos are super fun, though.
Yeah. I got some videos. You want to see some?
I do want to see some.
Perfect. We got one queued up, and this, listeners, is one of the main reasons.
For those in the pumpkin room, you can see this.
This is one of the main reasons why you want to be part of our Patreon, because you can actually see these videos with us, and you can watch us record this stuff. So patreon.com/thehalloweenpod, and come into the pumpkin room where you can support the Halloween podcast
full visuals.
and get a lot of extra banter that you don't get on the podcast feed. But let's go to the first one, which this guy doesn't speak English, so I'm just going to have the volume turned down. But he's basically driving through the cemetery, and I'll just hit play. But there it goes, and he's driving through the cemetery, but yet there's nothing there. So now he's in his car just explaining how the sensor works, and then a motorcycle drives by him and he sees it on the screen. It's coming by. There it goes. He sees the pedestrians, and he's just driving around.
How it works out on the road, basically.
Yeah, he's just driving around during the day, I might add. And now he's on his way to the cemetery, and there's a person there. And I don't see a person.
Yeah, I saw that too on the right-hand side of the screen. There was no person when he drove in that I saw.
Yeah, there was no person there. And he's driving around now, and there's nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, he's not getting much.
And that was it. So next up, we have
just the one that I saw.
Yeah. But craziness happens with these Tesla videos. So now we actually have it made the news. I have it right here.
I love it.
That when this thing came out in October of 2025, so last year, they did a news broadcast in Cincinnati. WKRC Local 12 did a whole news, and we're gonna play it right now. We're gonna listen to some of it and kind of give our thoughts on what they say it is. Here it goes.
Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might just sell credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of that together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/prevent. Protect yourself now at aura.com/prevent.
Welcome back. Tonight we're talking about the modern-day ghost hunter that could be parked right in your garage.
For years, especially on nights like tonight, people who drive Tesla say their EV cameras
I love that image in the back.
Pick up a person standing
Isn't it
near their
great?
car at
It's
a
great.
cemetery,
I was
and when
also
they look out
looking
the
at their
window,
clothes.
no
Their
one
clothes
is
are
there. We sent
fantastic.
Austin Walker on a mission to find out.
It's like they dressed
are
for
there
the
really
occasion.
Ghosts, or are you
Yes.
simply being tricked by the technology?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Each headstone to me is somebody's life story.
The scene
Oh,
is
that
set
scream.
at the Glendale Memorial
Screaming.
Cemetery.
So they remain often.
The headstones
that's
line the
grim.
property,
What?
but
Little
tonight
angel without a head.
Yeah.
we're focused on what many can't see until now.
I mean, it makes sense to me. Or have some sort of
And
a
we got,
source,
what is
an
it,
energy
Allison
source
Dubose?
that can be captured
Dubois.
on the screen
Yeah,
of a
that's how I would
Tesla.
say
On
it.
social
Yeah.
media, people with Teslas driving into cemeteries,
like a
their
medium or
dash
something
camera
like that.
detecting people, But when they look up,
Yeah, see, that was
no
a good
one
one.
is
Like, you saw
Yeah,
two people on the
souls and
screen.
spirits, they're electric energy.
Alison Dubois, a world-renowned medium, saying there's a simple explanation.
It wouldn't be a surprise to me. I know they can be captured on film because it's been done before, where spirits or activities been captured on film and cameras. So that's pretty common.
But our Tesla is really the modern-day ghost hunters. So let's put that to the test.
I like that screen, though. That's a pretty big
Nothing
screen.
yet on the monitor.
A slow drive around the cemetery.
I guess I'm just not spooky enough because it didn't work out for me.
Almost giving up hope.
Did you see that? Did you see that? It was right there.
Images of people and animals, but nothing when you look outside.
Right there.
This guy's all
What
in
was
on
that?
it. You can see it in his face.
See, it showed something.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
While some believe it's those in the in-between.
So, unfortunately, Tesla is not the new ghost hunter.
Data doctors like Ken Colburn are finding a not-so-chilling explanation.
So, it's going to always err on the side of caution to warn drivers of, especially if it feels like there's a potential for a pedestrian to be in the dark.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I'm sure the software is coded to almost overcorrect.
So, is this a ghost or just a technological glitch? Who knows? It's just fun. For now in Glendale, Austin Walker for Arizona State.
Yeah, it is just fun.
It is
He's
just
absolutely
fun.
right. It is just
100%.
fun. Like, whether it is or isn't, I want to try it sometime.
Yeah, it makes me want to rent a Tesla. And,
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
go.
we should do a video podcast from the inside of a Tesla.
We should. When we're in,
Here's our own video.
When we're at Russell Scream, we'll rent a Tesla for the day, and then we'll go driving around. We'll bring our laptop, or we'll just record on a phone or something like that, and we'll see what happens.
Like all the cemeteries. We'll drive around with the Tesla, and then we'll get out and have a picnic.
Yeah, we'll get out and have our picnic, and it'll be a fun time. Maybe we'll catch something.
Well,
maybe
he's
we
right.
won't.
Like that is, and also my local news is lacking. I want some stories like this on my local news.
Yeah,
we need more fun stories in the news.
October is usually when they do a lot of these things. I remember when I was a kid, I saw it was Halloween time, and they did an expose on the real Exorcist. Remember when we did that?
Yes. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I remember vividly watching like this expose on it from KUSI or something like that when I was a kid. Yeah, it's always fun when they do these types of things, but they only do it Halloween time.
I know. I used to love that when I was a kid. The television in general during Halloween time was a treat.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had your specials, you had all the commercials. Like even stuff that had nothing to do with Halloween had a Halloween commercial.
Yeah.
The news had all kinds of spooky stuff. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody gets into it that way anymore.
No, just candy manufacturers.
Yeah,
Snickers
pretty
and
much
stuff.
candy and maybe some like toys.
Yeah.
No, am I imagining that?
I don't know. I haven't really seen a toy commercial in who knows how long. I don't have
Not
cable
that they're
anymore.
Halloween themed. Well, because I have littles. Not that they're Halloween themed, but I feel like I see more of them around Halloween time.
Yeah.
Probably because they're getting ready for Christmas. It probably has
That's
nothing to do with Halloween. It's probably the beginning of their Christmas drops now that I think about it. That makes more sense because that follows the pattern, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It sure does. But that is, I think that's it on our Tesla. Our Tesla Ghost.
We actually managed to do a mini.
We did, but we're still
A
36
mini that
minutes
was
in.
really a mini.
We're about 30-something minutes in. We're getting there, guys. I think the last one we did was like 40-something, so we're going in the right direction with these mini episodes.
Yes. We're working on it.
We're working on it, guys. Don't worry. But, I hope you guys enjoyed this cemetery theme week that we had. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun researching Bachelor's Grove. That was a lot of fun. That photo was still pretty creepy, in my opinion. If you haven't seen the photo, like go seek it out. Just look for the Madonna of Bachelor's Grove, and it's there. I did see it in the newspaper where they actually printed it in there, so it is in the newspaper too. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Cemetery picnics was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I think this
it's something
Tesla
we
one,
have to try.
Yeah, we got to try
It
that.
gave us this and the Tesla one have given us little goals, mile
Yes.
markers to meet.
Yes. Yeah, we will at someday. But yeah, we will be back next week, guys. We got more episodes for you. We got some very special treats for you next week. So I think we'll keep it a secret for now until
it's too good to tell the surprise, but you're definitely going to want to tune in next week.
Yes,
it's going to be good.
Yes, come by next week. But until then, if you have any questions,
Hotline.
Oh yeah,
if you have cemetery stories of your own, or if you own a Tesla, we want to hear about it. Please call the Haunt line at 731-400-0472. Please let us know what you've got. We want to hear all about it.
We want to hear
whether
everything.
It's a Tesla experience or a graveyard experience or anything. Scary story, Halloween memories. Give us a call. You don't have to talk to us. It's just a voicemail machine.
It's just a voicemail. Yeah. And Megan, we actually got some. So look forward to that.
I'm so excited. We got our first Haunt line calls.
Yes. So look forward to that probably in the updates when we're going to do them. I'm still not 100% sure when we'll do those, but who knows? If we get a bunch of them, we might have to do an extra show because we still got that Tuesday slot open. So we might have to do an extra show just doing nothing but hotline calls. But we need lots of them. So if you guys are out there and you want us to do that, you got to supply the gosh, what's the word I'm thinking of? The content.
The stories.
Yes. Supply the content for us, guys.
But yeah. Just keep it clean and family friendly, and we have no way of knowing who you are unless you tell us. So make sure you leave your name. Yes. You don't have to give us a ton of details, but just your name is fine. And sort of the state or country or whatever that you're calling from would be perfect. Yeah. So that you get credit. And we'll give you a little shout out too. Even if we don't play it that next week, we'll give you a shout out and say thanks for calling us.
Yes, we always appreciate it when you guys interact with us, because that's one of the fun things about podcasting is interacting with all of the listeners. But yeah, speaking of interacting, if you guys have any questions, comments, or want to suggest anything for a future show, send us an email, info@thehalloweenpodcast.com. We have been getting a few of those, really, so we're definitely looking into doing those. And follow us on all of our socials, facebook.com/The Halloween Podcast, Instagram.com/The Halloween Podcast. And of course, if you want to check us out on these videos, you can check out these videos. And I like that face the guy has on the screen right now.
Isn't it good?
If you want to see those.
I'm just not spooky enough.
Yeah. If you guys want to see those, go to our Patreon page, support The Halloween Podcast, and enter the pumpkin room, as we like to say. So the Halloween Podcast it's patreon.com/The Halloween Pod. But all right, guys, we'll see you next week, and it'll be a lot of fun. So you guys take care and have a good night.
Have a good night.
Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might just sell credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of that together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/prevent. Protect yourself now at aura.com/prevent.